Welcome to this mid-morning taste challenge. I have two 40% alcohol Espadín mezcals. This is Monte Albán mezcal con Gusano. It was introduced in 1977. It's a little yellow, so I guess they're aging it a little bit. And there it is, finally focused. Got this nice molded glass bottle with all these Mexican motifs on it. The bottle's never really changed over the years. Bottled in Mexico. It has an aluminum screw cap and a real dead caterpillar in it, a worm. So it's starting to taste like it. It's gross. Okay. Here is Del Maguey Vida Single Village Mezcal Puebla. This is the Puebla edition because it's from the state of Puebla. This was introduced in 2010, only 15 years ago. So we got one introduced 15 years ago, nearly 50 years ago. This is a blanco. And they say they designed it to be for like, how you say, the introductory drinkers, new drinkers. Let me get my glasses. What I'm trying to say, it's designed, the company says it's designed for people that are not used to drinking mezcal, maybe to get their foot in the door. Okay, not to scare them off from it. Make sure I got my tags correct because I had quite a shock this morning with the tequila. Quite a shock to see Jose Cuervo Tradicional defeated by the lowly Bandolero. It's definitely not expected, but it did happen. And I was fair about it. Campfire Music by AEGF. Okay, different channel name. Clinking the mugs. I am enjoying a natural father this morning. Okay. And who coined that name? Who coined that term? Who came up with that name, natural father, back in 2011 when it hit the market? I'm the guy. I came up with the name Natural Father for Natty Daddy. Now people all around the country say Natural Father. All right. Del Maguey Vida. So you can see the Monte is a little darker. Joe Hill says, morning, just had a breakfast burrito and about 3 cups of coffee. I had 3 cups this morning. Okay, let's look at the screen share. Let's look at the websites. Monte Albán. There's the silver and the gold. Tequila, but also mezcal. They're all 100% agave, so there's no mixtos in the Monte Albán line. I see these all the time, the silver and the gold, but I've only bought the silver and reposado, but I've only purchased the mezcal at this time. Now, in the future, I would think there's a strong possibility of using Monte Albán, but the problem, I have so much backlog, it's not practical to buy anymore at the moment. So it's going to be a number of years before I get it. Here's Del Maguey Vida Puebla. Ripe agaves from underground, naturally fermented in the local environment. They left out there. Rich with volcanic minerals and distilled in small copper stills. Twice distilled. So they got some Unfortunately, they have some typographical errors on here. Mezcal is an invitation for the explorer taking their first mezcal steps. How to enjoy it. They got different cocktails, as you can see. So this is the Del Maguey Vida. There are many other, there's some other lines. There's the Tradiciones collection. Now that's different. This is different villages. And then you've got the Village Varietalis collection, varietal collection. Look how many. You could make a career just out of these, tasting these, couldn't you? And then there's the Especials collection. They all have the same artwork, kind of really nice looking artwork on the bottles. So let me update my notes. Twice distilled. Just fix this here. Fix that. All right, twice distilled. Two times distilled blanco. All right, got it. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about price. I paid $19.99 for Monte Albán, and I think you could find it for that price here and there, maybe not, but I did pay $19.99. The Vita was about $33, like $32.99, something like that. Yeah, and that is the case. I'm going to have to close my eyes because if I glance down and see it, I'm going to know. But I bet you I'm going to get it right. Watch. Oh. Nice. This is Monte Albán. I don't have to taste them. Got it. How come I know it's Monte Albán without tasting it? Because it smells like something bad. All right. It smells like corn flour. Why would it smell like that? Whoa. This smells like mezcal. There's a slight smoke to it. A little agave nectar. I don't know about the pepper, but yeah, this thing over here, oh man, now the taste. If I could tolerate it. Corn flour, cornmeal, dirt. W means win in Gen Z. Okay. Well, I got to win. Well, I won because I could tell them apart. But I lose because I got to drink it. All right. This Vita is great. It's an A all the way. Solid A, no question about it. 3 out of 10. Definite winner. I like that mild smokiness. Now, Claude Diamond, who joins us and hangouts often. He hates smoky products. I'm sorry, Claude, but this one is smoky, not too smoky. It's just really enjoyable. Medium body, dry finish, a succulent flavor. Has a lot of character. Oh yeah. Should you buy it? Definitely. Is it worth the $32.99? You better believe it. Now you can shop around online, see who's got the best deal, I guess. That wouldn't be a bad idea if you live, like you said, well, I live, there's 10 liquor stores in my radius of 10 miles. Shop around. Is this wine? It says craft beer tastic. No, mezcal. You're thinking of like muscatel or moscato, I think. No, these are mezcal. Tequila is a type of mezcal, but these are not tequilas. They use different agave that is not allowed in tequila. It is delicious. This one is delicious. Oh man. So I'm glad I bought that. But I like to try some other Vitas. Well, yeah. Gotta get to them, you know. Oh yeah. Now this Monte Albán. I'll be glad when it's gone, and I unfortunately have about 40% of the bottle left. The good thing is I didn't pay a lot. The bad thing is I have to drink it. I could dump it out, I suppose. Oh. I don't know, man. I think that worm. I mean, first of all, you shouldn't be putting a caterpillar in a liquor bottle, in the liquor. You say, but that's for the tourists. That's a gimmick, so forth and so on. I know what it is, but I don't think you should put it in there. Now, you say they're not sipping Monte Albán. They're taking shots. They're shooting it. Okay, yeah. On that cruise and whatever they, when they're when they get off the boat at the resort. Well, okay, but I ain't shooting it, and I'm stuck with it. Okay, is there anything to say about it? Well, I said it tastes like cornmeal or corn flour, corn. Yeah, well, that's not a bad flavor. Certainly not proper for mezcal. Does it have smokiness to it? No. No smokiness. Medium body, mostly dry finish. It's almost like I could taste it in my mouth without tasting it, just from the fumes. Like I could taste the fumes from this thing. Oh, get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. All right, so once again, Monte Albán gets defeated, does terrible, never wins, and is otherwise nearly that. What would I score it? I guess I give it a B minus. It has some good qualities. I'm not sure what they are. But in the back of my mind, it's saying, but it's kind of good in some ways. You do say you like corn flour or cornmeal. Yeah, in a perverse sort of way, it's got goodness to it. But why would you want to buy a B minus? It wouldn't make any sense because you could get for just a little bit more money. I mean, $10 more, you're getting A plus in some cases, or at least an A. Yeah, an A. I don't know about A plus. Well, maybe that was a bridge too far. A bridge over the River Kwai. Madness. But other there's no otherwise. There's nothing else to say. That's the end of the story. And that's the name of that tune. And that's the end of that story. So, balderdash to you, Monte Albán, for perpetuating yourself into my life by my own volition. I bought this at River Ridge Market or River Ridge Wine and Liquor. I don't know, they changed names, but it's right there in the same location in River Ridge, Louisiana. You can't miss it because it's on the only really in River Ridge, which is Louisiana Highway 48, aka also known as, or BKA, better known as Jefferson Highway, the original name of the highway that stretched from Head, Canada to New Orleans. And there's even a granite marker where it ends or begins, depending on your direction, in New Orleans. And it says this is the southern terminus of the Great Jefferson Highway. Started in, I think, 1915, and mostly like in 1915, 1920, 23, 24 was a gravel road. You know, if you were lucky, it was a gravel road. It was a trail, basically, was it? What you would call a highway or what I would call a highway. But then who was driving cars in 1915, right? So, but as time developed, they slowly, you know, improved it, and then they paved it. Now it's all paved, you know, obviously. This is 2025, not 1925. And then they started numbering the highways because all those names got confusing. Jefferson Highway, Old Spanish Trail, Old National Trails Highway, Great River Road National Scenic Highway, Lincoln Highway, what was the other one? Red Ball Highway, Dixie Highway. It just became confusing to people. But they had signs, JH, Jefferson Highway, OST, Old Spanish Trail, and so forth. But all of those roads, they just renumbered them. Sounds great. They just added a number to them. And so Jefferson Highway is Louisiana Highway 48 at that part of it. Now, if you go further north, it's Louisiana Highway 44. Because Jefferson Highway is not an official name anymore. It's just a local name, you know, local, they call it a local road name. But the official state number is 48. Okay, enough of that rant. Not really a rant, just an explanation, right? Okay, so, but go to River Ridge, wine and liquor and beer. They have beer. They have a pretty good selection, actually. Actually, a very good selection. And they have good, oh, not the best prices. It's not super discount. You know, they'll send you down the road for the cheap. But they have, like, they're more into, like, barrel select. Like, they have their own River Ridge barrel selection stuff. They're more into, like, chase down bourbons. Like, you know, you can get a specialty good friends list, and they'll track down. You say, oh, I want that Eagle Rare 12-year age, the new one. Oh, yeah, they'll get it for you if you get on their hot list. And that they're more into that. They're not so much into, like, I need some Four Loko. Well, you know, they'll sell it. They have it. But, you know, that's not really what we deal with. But I did find Monte Albán there. So, yeah. But that's one of the legendary Louisiana liquor stores. It's actually technically a convenience store, but in reality, it's a liquor store. I mean, they do sell aspirin. They do sell chocolate bars. They sell ramen noodles, milk, soft drinks. So technically, it's registered as a convenience store, which just happens to sell liquor, which also just happens to be 95% of their business and their stock. But in Louisiana, you see, they got these, you know, it's like any state. You want to do the thing that saves you money. So if you register as a liquor store, your taxes might be like this, you know. But if you get your license as a convenience store that just happens to sell liquor, your taxes might be like this. So that's why Louisiana has a lot of corner convenience stores. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, if you get my drift. Now, in other states like Maryland, that would be definitely illegal, most certainly illegal. No convenience store or grocery store in Maryland can sell any beer, wine, or liquor. Beer, wine, and liquor in Maryland can only be sold at a liquor store. So everywhere you turn, they got a liquor store, as you can imagine. In Florida, you can only sell liquor in a liquor store, beer and wine in a grocery store. So everywhere you turn in Florida, there's a liquor store, liquor store, liquor store, liquor store. In Louisiana, you don't see them. They're not around. They don't exist. But we sure got plenty. I mean, they do exist. We got one here. They opened up in my town. I don't know how they're going to make it. It's called cheap liquor. I don't think they're going to make it. But we got plenty convenience stores if you follow what I'm saying. Okay. I prefer buying my liquor from the little mom and pop stores that's craft beer tastic. Hey, you know what? And when I drink alone, I prefer to be by myself. But I do go to the mom and pops sometimes. Some of them are good and some of them are bad. It depends on which mom and pop you're going to. Some of them are shady and they try to play games. They want to play a hustle. Other ones are legit, they're good to deal with. It just you got to just take them as you see them, around here. Dirty, I mean, liquor enthusiasts. I'm sorry, I said your name wrong. Your name is liquor enthusiast. I don't know what I'm talking about. Liquor enthusiast says, don't forget to eat that worm before throwing the empty Monte Albán bottle away. I'm pretty sure I'm going to forget to eat that worm. I'm not going to eat that caterpillar. Thank you very much, but I might throw it out there for the raccoons. And I dig a pony. All right, anyway. And here's another clue for you all. The walrus was Paul. All right, y'all take care and see y'all around the bend. Like the Velvet Underground said, around the bend. All right. It's my wife and it's my life.